necesitamos y con la fuerza. Ser homosexual no es un delito. Y Dios nos quiere, no es un delito. Sí, pero es pecado. Bueno, primero, distingamos pecado por delito. Pero también es pecado la falta de caridad con el prójimo. ¿Y vos cómo estás? Y Dios nos quiere, y ser homosexual no es un delito. Es una condición.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Islamic podcast. In this video, me and brother MENJ react to a video by this Christian apologist called What Do You Mean? So recently, this Christian apologist, he basically made a video attacking our brother Sneako and Islam. And also, he just straight up lies a bunch of times about Islam. So yeah, it should be fun. Let's continue, shall
Today. Well, if that's the case, then there's no reason that he couldn't set a clock, get down on his knees, and pray 5 times a day as a Christian. So if this really was a reason for why he converted to Islam, then he shouldn't be a Muslim, since in Islam, he's obligated to pray 5 times a day. And he even said himself that he can't meet all his obligations since he doesn't for it. So
you're also obligated to obey the traffic rules.
You should just embrace Christianity.
Yeah, you're obligated to follow the traffic rules. You're obligated to learn to
so
take your
don't
license
follow the
before
traffic
taking
rules. You know,
if you're obligated to go to school, you're obligated to go to school to learn. It's so difficult to wake up in the morning every day at 6 a.m. Then you need to dress up. You need to, I mean, why can't you just sleep all day, right?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So why do you need to go to school? It's so difficult to go to school. So don't go to school.
Okay, don't go to office.
Don't study anything.
Don't go to.
Don't go to. Yeah. Every day you go to work every morning, you know, at 6 a.m. you need to wake up, you need to dress up, you need to go to office. Yeah, it's too difficult to do. So why don't I just not go? Why don't I just not do that? Right?
I mean, the thing that he's missing here is that the reason why the obligatory prayer exists is so that we can renew our connection with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. We can please Him. It's so that we can have a connection with it. Even if you don't like it or you find it hard, it's still good for you, because the whole reason of your existence is it's a test, and we don't like tests. Right, like for example, if your child
likes tests.
goes to like an SSC exam, they're not gonna like it. But after the test, when they do well, they feel better, they feel great, right? So that's the same thing. Like for example, it's a test, and we have to pass this test. Even if you have a hard time following this, things like prayer and whatnot, it's still good for you in the long run, right? You will feel better once you have done it. So, and your relation with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will be better.
The next reason that Sneako consistently gives for why he rejects Christianity in favor of Islam is his problem with hierarchies.
Like why I never felt like Christianity spoke to me. For example, like there's a hierarchy in Christianity. They have, well, in Catholicism, they have bishops. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Islam, there is none. It's just we're all equal. We're all God's children.
So here Sneako says that he has a problem with hierarchies in Catholicism and therefore converted to Islam, since there are no hierarchies in Islam and we're all children of God. All right, lots of issues with this one. First off, to say that he likes the idea that we're all God's children in Islam rather than Christianity is exactly backwards. The idea that God is our father and we're his children comes straight from Christianity. In fact, it's actually offensive to say such a thing in Islam, since the best relationship that we can have with Allah is a slave-master relationship. Secondly, when it comes to him talking about hierarchies, it really depends on what he means when he says that. Now, I'm not a Catholic, so I won't speak to that, but the answer that his Muslim friends gave him in response is virtually identical to the Christian position.
Although there will be levels, like for example, the imam or the sheikh will have a certain level, not over people in sight of God, but we listen to them because they have knowledge. People like the leader of the Islamic community, we listen to them because they're the leader. They were kind of put in place by God.
This argument is coming from like his Protestant background because he doesn't believe that a papal authority has any authority, right? So you can just read the Bible for yourself and decide for yourself. So he doesn't believe in authority. Catholics do.
I think the brother from Three Muslims, I don't quite agree with his answer when he said that,
actually I was going to get
Muslim
to that.
leader. I don't quite agree with his answer. He said that the leaders of the Muslim leader were put there by God. I don't agree with that.
People like the leader of the Islamic community, we listen to them because they're the leader. They were kind of put in place by God. They're the leader. They were kind of put in place by God. Put in place by God.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't quite.
Okay. So I think the brother Rami, I think he has
Yeah,
some
brother Rami,
things
yeah.
that are good, with all due respect, because like the thing is that so scholars are not like chosen by God, like the prophet were. So they're not the same. Like saying that they're chosen by God, like what do you mean?
Elevate them as our leaders because of their knowledge.
Yeah.
Because of their knowledge and because of their taqwa, perhaps. Maybe some of them are pious. We know that they are pious from the way they speak, from the way they talk, from the way they act. So we believe and their leadership. And therefore we put them into positions that we call them imam or we call them sheikh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
and we give them certain roles. But
difference with Christians we have is Christians church leaders or the popes.
Yeah, they're institutionalized.
They literally have the authority to change laws, religious laws from the book, change canon laws from the book.
Exactly.
Like, a Muslim scholar cannot do that. I look at Yasir Qadhi, like he says like some stupid thing. 100 Muslims are condemning him, making videos on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Him.
Even though he's trained at University of Medina, people will still, 1,000 Muslims will still condemn him for anything stupid that he says.
So basically, the difference.
Let's say, Na'uzubillah min zalik, but let's say the Imam of Al Azhar suddenly decides that, if you want to slaughter a pig, it's halal if you say Bismillah. Would you agree with that? Would anyone agree with that? Yeah,
no,
you won't agree with that, right? The whole world will oppose him, right?
Yeah.
So, the whole Muslim world will oppose him. But in church authority, in the Catholic Church especially, if the Pope suddenly says that, it's fine to do this. I mean, like for example, like he made a statement about homosexuality the other day. He said that crime, it's not a crime, it's not a sin, something like this.
Y Dios nos quiere como estamos y con la fuerza que luchamos cada uno por nuestra dignidad. El ser homosexual no es un delito. No es un delito. Sí, pero es pecado. Bueno, primero, distingamos pecado por delito. Pero también es pecado la falta de caridad con el prójimo. ¿Y vos cómo andás?
So nobody in the Catholic Church stood against it, even though it's clearly against the teachings of the Bible. So you see the difference. You see, if an imam one day, some authority in the Muslim world were to say something, homosexuality is halal, let's do homosexuality, the whole Muslim world will go against him, regardless of his authority, regardless of his knowledge.
Yeah, so basically here he's committing the faulty comparison fallacy. So basically his argument is that, Muslims follow authority, Christians follow authority, therefore they're the same. No, they're
not the same at all.
When Muslims follow authority, that is in the sense of they know something more than us, so we go to them. But if we learn more about a particular topic and we see that they're wrong, we can say they're wrong, and we don't have to follow.
We can say this, and we can oppose them. And we can oppose them.
However, in Christianity, you cannot do that. I mean, your church leaders or church can literally say gay marriage is like halal. Churches and gay marriage happening in church.
Exactly, it's happening right now in the West. All the churches are now allowing for gay marriages, for homosexuality.
So your religious leaders can literally remove a canon law that has been established by Moses and Lut and all these other prophets, righteous men.
Yes.
So again, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys like the video, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want to support us, then you can support me by becoming a Patreon or becoming a YouTube member. So yeah, inshallah, I'll see you guys next time. Jazakallah khair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.